Hello everybody and welcome to this video. In this video we want to learn the present perfect and want to learn how to use it in conversation. So let's start with a dialogue here between Lily and Tom. Lily asks the question, have you ever seen a ghost in the garden? A ghost, oh, scary ghost. Have you ever seen a ghost? It means in your lifetime, in all your life, did you see a ghost? And Tom says, a ghost? No, I haven't. Have you? And Lily says, yes, I have. Last night I saw a white shadow near the tree. A white shadow. Shadow is when there is the sun and behind me there is a shadow or something that you can't see very clearly. It looks like a shadow. So Lily saw something like a shadow, a white shadow near a tree. And Tom says maybe it was just a cat. Lily says no, it was tall, not small like a cat. And Tom says that sounds scary. That's scary. That feels scary. That sounds scary. Did you run? And Lily says, I have never run so fast in my life. It means I ran very fast. I have never run like this. And then the question here is, do you believe in ghosts? Why or why not? Well, I don't believe in ghosts. Maybe you do. And I've never seen a ghost. So I use I have never seen. The third form of the verb seen plus I have. I have never seen a ghost in my life. Let's continue. We can talk about life experiences without saying when. The present perfect is used without saying when. For example, I have visited Paris. I don't say I have visited Paris last year because last year is a specific time in the past. Then I say I visited Paris last year. But here I can say I have visited Paris many times. You can say many times. It's not a clear specific time. It's okay. She has eaten sushi. So, have you ever eaten sushi? Yes, I have. Has she ever eaten sushi? Yes, she has. Next one, they have never flown on a plane. Flown is the third form of the verb fly. Fly, flew, flown. I've never flown on a plane. I have. I have flown on a plane, but not many times, only a couple of times. Now, here's a question. Have you ever eaten sushi? You can try to answer the question. Have you ever eaten sushi? No, I haven't. I've never eaten sushi. Or you can say, yes, I have, many times. I had sushi last night. Here, because I talk about last night, and it's a specific time in the past, then I say I had simple past. I don't use I have eaten, I have had. I just use I had. Pay attention to these two sentences. You can say I had sushi last night, or you can say I have had sushi many times. When you say I've had it many times, you're using the present perfect have, and then the third form of the verb have, which is I have had. I have had. Let's make another example. I've had some very good time together with my friend. Together with my friend. We have had some good time together. Or we can say we have had. We have had some very good time together. You can also make some sentences like, what special foods have you had? I've had sushi. Let's go. What countries have you visited? I've never been abroad. Abroad is in a foreign country, outside your own country. I've never been abroad. I've been to France and Germany. What countries have you visited? You can use this same structure. I have been to, and then name the country. What countries have you been to? Next one, has your friend ever played football? Has your friend ever played football? Yes, he has. He has played many times. Now, another usage, another function of the present perfect is to talk about finished actions with results now. It's something that happened in the past, but the result is important now. For example, you can look at me and say, why is your hair wet? Here's the question. Why is your hair wet? Why is your hair wet? And I can say, I have taken a shower. I've just taken a shower. So, my hair is wet now. You're asking a question about now. And I'm talking about something that happened in the past, but the result is seen now. I've just taken a shower. Just means recently, just now, a few moments ago. Now let's look at some sentences. I have lost my keys. When I see you at the door and you can't open the door, and I say, what has happened? And you can say, I have lost my keys. We're talking about now. We're talking about the fact that now you can't open the door, but something happened in the past which is causing you to stay outside. So you say, I have lost my keys. Maybe I can't call you. Maybe I tried calling you, but nothing works. And I see my friend and I say, what has happened with Sarah? And my friend says, she has broken her phone. The phone has broken. So the breaking happened in the past, and I don't care. I don't know what time. Maybe it happened yesterday, but it doesn't matter. Sometime in the past, the breaking happened, and the result now is that I can't call you. So we can say, she has broken her phone. Another one, they have done their homework. You see some children, they're playing, they're not doing their homework. And say, what are they not studying? Why are they not studying? And someone says, oh, they've already done their homework. It's finished. So the result is now they're playing because something that happened in the past, the doing of the homework, is finished. Let's go on. Here's another conversation about sushi between Anna and Ben. Anna says, I've never eaten sushi before. So it's about your life experience. So from the time you were born until now, I've never had sushi before. And Ben says, really? I love sushi. I've eaten it many times. Anna says, is it good? It looks strange with raw fish. Strange is not normal. It looks strange with raw fish. Raw is uncooked. It is not cooked. Raw fish. And Ben says, don't worry, it tastes fresh. Anna says, have you ever been sick after eating it? Have you ever eaten sushi and then gotten sick? And Ben says, no, I haven't. It has always been fine for me. Always. It has always been. Started in the past and continues until now. Anna says, okay, maybe I'll try it once. Maybe in the future, one time, I will try it. Now, here's a question. What food have you never tried but want to try? I want you to talk about a food that you've never eaten, but you want to try it. You can say, I've never tried, name of the food. I've never tried sushi. Or I would love to try sushi, but I've never done so. You can use these models to make more sentences and answer the question. What food have you never tried but want to? Now, another function of the present perfect is to talk about something that is unfinished. Unfinished time, like today. Today is not finished, right? We are in today. So I can say, I have drunk 2 coffees today, or 2 cups of coffee today. Today isn't finished. So I've had some sushi today. Today is not finished. She has read 3 books this week. It means maybe she will read more, but until now, this week, which is not finished, she has read 3 books. I can ask you, how many books have you read this week? How many movies have you watched this week? I have watched 2 movies this week. We have played football twice this month. This month is not finished, so we have played football twice this month. Here's a question for you. How many cups of tea have you drunk today? I've already had, and we use already because it's finished. The time is not finished, but the 2 that I had is finished. I've already had 2 glasses of tea this morning. I had one for breakfast, but when I say for breakfast, it's a specific time in the past. So I use past simple. I had one. I had one for breakfast. I also had one after an hour. After an hour is also a past time that is a specific time in the past. So we use past simple. I had. I had one for breakfast. Here's our next question. How many times have you used your phone this morning? This morning is not finished. I ask you, how many times have you used your phone? You can say, I have used my phone many times. So it's not finished. Many times. I've used my phone many times this morning. Or if you want to use a specific time in the past, when I woke up, because it's a specific time in the past, then you use past simple. I used my phone when I woke up. I used my phone when I woke up. Here's our next question. What have you done this week? This week is not finished. If I want to ask you about last week, I say, what did you do? what did you do last week? But this week, because it's not finished, we can say, what have you done? What have you done this week? I have recorded some videos. I watched a movie last night. Here, I'm talking about last night. It's a specific time, so I say I watched. I watched a movie last night. I have learned many words, and I saw my friend yesterday. All right, we can use the present perfect with words like for and since to talk about duration. For example, I have lived in this city for many years. I'm continuing to live. I started in the past and it's still continuing. And I know how long, so I can use present perfect. I have lived here for 5 years. And we use for with duration for 5 years. She has worked at this school since 2020. So it started from 2020, but it's still continuing. She has worked at the school since 2020. We have known each other for a long time. We have known each other for a long time. And here are a few questions that you can practice answering. Number one, how long have you lived in this city? How long have you studied English? And who have you known for many years? And here are some common words we use with the present perfect. Ever and never, especially ever in questions and never in negative responses. Have you ever been to London? Ever means from the time you were born until now. I have never been to London. We can use just. Just means recently, just a few moments ago. So she has just arrived. So you see someone and they're out of breath, like, and you say, what have you done? You say, oh, I've just finished running. I've just finished running. It means recently I finished running. I've just finished running. Next one, already. Already means it's finished. It's in the past. I've already finished my lunch. And I say, can we go and have lunch together? And say, oh, I've already had lunch. It's finished. I've already had lunch. And yet means it's not finished yet. It means you expected it to be finished before. Have you finished your homework yet? And the answer, no, I haven't finished it yet. No, I haven't finished it yet. All right. Let's see a few questions. What have you just done? What have you just done? I'm asking a question about recently. I have just taught you some English. It's an answer I can say. I've just taught you some English. I've just told you. Imagine I'm telling you something and then you ask me a question and it's not a good question. And I say, oh, I just told you. It means I recently told you. I've just told you. And here's a question. Have you finished your breakfast yet? Like, imagine I expect you to be finished earlier. I say, have you finished yet? All right, here's a quick reminder. We do not say when in the present perfect. When you talk about a specific time in the past, like last year, you don't usually say when. You don't usually use past simple for when you know the when, okay? So if the time is specific, don't use the present perfect. Here's an example. Don't say, I have visited Paris last year. Instead say, I visited Paris last year. If we say when, we must use past simple. For example, I visited Paris last year. Now here's our final conversation. Let's see another conversation and see how present perfect is used in this conversation. First, we got Jack who says, has your dog ever stolen your sandwich? So it's a question about ever. So we use have you ever? Or has your dog ever? Has your dog ever stolen your sandwich? And Mia says, yes, he has taken my sandwich many times. And then Jack says, my dog has never done that. He's too lazy. So the dog is too lazy to steal a sandwich. Lazy means not hardworking. And Mia says, yesterday I left my sandwich on the table and it was gone. And Jack says, did he look guilty? Did he look? His face was guilty, like, oh, I have done something bad. You feel guilty. You feel you have done a sin, something bad. And Mia says, he looked happy. He has always loved bread. It talks about always, since the time the dog was a child until now. He has always loved bread. And here's a question for you. Has an animal ever stolen your food? Has an animal ever stolen your food? You can answer this question. An animal has never stolen my food. Or I can say, no animal has ever stolen my food. What about yours? So, one last point. Past simple versus present perfect. Past simple is used when something happened. Use past simple if you say when something happened. You know the time, like last year, last night. Use present perfect if when is not important or unknown. So when the time is not important or we don't know, we use past simple. Here are two examples. I have seen that movie. So, like, we don't care. Like, I tell you, let's watch this movie. Let's watch the movie Toy Story. And then you say, oh, I've already seen it. I don't know when you saw it. It doesn't matter. The fact is, you have already seen it. So you can say, I've already seen it. But if I ask you, when did you watch the movie? And you can say, I saw the movie last night. So the time is specified, and then you use past simple. All right, that's it. There is going to be a part 2 to this video where I explain in more detail the extra points to remember about present perfect, but that's it for the moment. I hope you enjoyed the video.